Skyler Baird. He's the president of Boosted State Safe, and he was at the event in Utah. Skyler, thank you for joining us here on Newsline. I'm not sure exactly where you were in the crowd, and I know this is really difficult, and if you can just kind of walk us through what you saw and what your thoughts are on how you're processing this immense tragedy.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to be running a booth at our state fair for my business, and I just had this strong feeling that I needed to get down to the Charlie Kirk event. And so I was asking everyone that I thought of to come with me, and no one was available. So I went by myself, and I showed up right at noon, and there was a vantage point looking down on the crowd where a lot of the, far left protesters were. And I was like, well, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be next to these people. And I saw a path that I could get right up close. And so I made my way down, and right then Charlie's team, a lot of people wearing MAGA hats, and everyone was chanting USA, USA. They came up where I was going down, and so it kind of parted the Red Seas for me to make it all the way to the front. And I was 10, maybe 12 feet away from Charlie. There was a little moat behind me. So it was basically all the students behind me, and me and probably, 10 other reporters. And I was standing down there, kind of trying to blend in with the reporters, pretending like I was a reporter because I was so close. And Charlie, he came up and he was riling up the crowd. He was so excited, and he was throwing hats to everyone. And we made eye contact multiple times. I was within touching distance of him during this part, exactly right there. And he was so respectful, and he was so like welcoming to the far left protesters. He was inviting them to come down. He was saying, hey, come down, let's have a talk, let's have a debate, let's discuss this, let's bring, as he always does. And the first question was kind of on differing religions, and even though Charlie differed, he was so explicitly clear that he's like, I love Mormons, I love, and the crowd erupted.
Right.
And he just wanted to be inclusive, and he wanted to make sure he knew that he loved everyone.
He did. And we have so much of that, that people are remembering now, and his faith was such a strong component. It's pretty incredible that you were in the back, wanted to get away from sort of the agitators, and were really probably one of the last few to make eye contact and see him up close before his assassination. What is your message today? They are still looking for this person of interest, the assassin. Someone killed him with one bullet. This was a deliberate political assassination, Skyler, about somebody that was a movement of a conservative group. They were trying to silence him, and you were there to listen to his words.
It's sad when a loser can take such an act of such an important person, someone that has so much love, someone that has so much integrity, to, in this case, literally put his life on the line in order to change hearts and minds, to bring people together. And some ideologue that was, radicalized, and someone that put, their identity above the life of another, put their identity above love. My message is, people need to stop putting any kind of labels on themselves. We're not gay, we're not LGBT, we're not black, we're not white, we're not Republican, we're not Democrat. We are children of God, and we are love. And the only thing that's going to solve this, the only thing that's going to solve all this, is recognizing that we are love, and that we are loved by God, and that we are children of God. If you put your identity above that, you are making yourself your own God. And that's what causes the hate and the divisions, because you're falling into Satan's hands.
Skyler, considering how dark this day is, you are certainly bringing a lot of light, and amid all the trauma and emotion you have, to pull it together and put it in that succinct way. Incredible. Thank you, Skyler Baird, for sharing your story. I know this is a difficult day, and I certainly appreciate it.
I really appreciate you coming on and allowing me to come on.
Keep up the fight, and thank you, and thank you for your words of faith and love. So Charlie Kirk was, folks.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.